This is water. I just wanted to, you know, show that just in case y'all didn't think of bitch drunk water. She drinks water. Do not go out your way to be friends with your spouse friends. Don't do it for why. I understand it's very cool when, you know, y'all friends can mission match and everybody gets along, okay? But don't force it. Don't sit here and feel like you have to win them over, because sometimes that puts you in a bad situation. And then people take heed to what you're doing, like you're trying to win them over, that they start to treat you as if you're below them or you don't deserve the same respect as them. We would go somewhere, we would be together. We're together, we're not together. You know what I'm saying? We ain't together, but we together. So a friend, a come over, just to be rude, but don't even necessarily acknowledge that I'm there, but proceeds to like play in Amber's hair and talk to Amber, play in Amber's hair, play in Amber's hair. Oh, but I shut that down real quick. Okay, real quick, real fucking quick. Normal for you to speak to people. You're just supposed to speak. I have manners. You can't assume everybody else have manners. So when your friends don't have manners because they feel like they've known you 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, 2 years, they don't feel like they gotta respect who you bring around. So sometimes you have to be that person to be like, stop the situation and be like, hey, have you met my girlfriend Bree? That's Bree, you know? Right. You have to be that person. Because if you don't be that person, then they feel like, what the fuck I gotta respect her for if you ain't even.
Yeah, then you just give them the leeway to be rude. You really can't blame anybody else for that, because you just have to look at it if you're in the other perspective. If your friend came and they brought somebody new around and they don't never introduce you, sometimes I've done that. I've gone out and be like, damn, we already having a conversation. Let me introduce myself because my friend is rude, and I'll make a joke about it. You know what I'm saying? But then there'll be some times where I could be around that person for 2 hours and I'm just kind of not talking to you just because I don't know you, not because I'm being rude to you. So sometimes it goes both ways. You got to look at it like maybe that person's trying to be rude, but also it's like that's not their job to do that. That's your spouse's job. That's my job.
Yeah, that's also true. But I'm talking about when people come and they see I'm there, but they still play in your hair and literally have full conversation.
Oh yeah, well that's just disrespect.
I
ain't got no pants on.
Amber, stop. You do have pants on. I was talking about too how it's not that I was talking about how it wasn't that important to force friendships with your spouse friends. So for instance, if your boyfriend has female friends, okay, and he was single, so they could get away with a couple things. Even if they're just friends, they can get away with it because he's single. He's not with anybody. But then there's some things that when that person is no longer single, even as a friend, there's just some things you cannot do. For example, you cannot be calling my man at 3, 4 in the morning if they're in a relationship. As a friend, when he was single, yes, you can, you know, because you ain't waking up his bitch. But ain't no woman comfortable with that, okay? Unless you're dying, okay? If you ain't dying, you ain't down. Your friends, do you feel like your friends have been rude to me? Not your friends, but do you feel like in the past, now we're not talking about now.
Yes.
This is never, but do you think in the past, like when you first brought me around, that people have been rude?
Yeah. It's some rudeness.
Why do you think that?
You know, I really can't say why people would just be initially rude to someone that they've never met before. To me, that's like almost probably the dumbest thing ever, and I really can't wrap my brains around it because I've never personally walked in anywhere and been like, I don't like that bitch.
Because you're not caring about, because you as a woman that you are, you're not caring about the things that another woman care about. So you ain't looking at another bitch and being jealous that her hair laid. You know? I feel like when you walk in a room and you're that unfamiliar person, and not only unfamiliar, but you're an attractive person.
Yeah. Throws people off.
It throws some people off. People always come up to us. People are always interested in us. And it's a lot of times good. So when it was bad based off of people that she actually knew, you know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to kind of show me their territory.
But see, and I was just about to say that'd be a thing too, because it's like some people ain't used to their spotlight being taken or something.
Why is friends like that? Why are friends like that? And that's what some friends, I literally have to be like,
that too before.
I literally have to be like, y'all, did y'all fuck? Like, did I miss something? Cause I don't know, friends just don't act like that. I don't care how much you've known a person's spouse. When you sleep with a motherfucker every fucking night, when you're with them every day, when you live together, when you see their ups and downs, their ins, their outs, their different moods, their different personalities, everything, there is not much shit, okay? Not a goddamn thing you can tell me about her. As a friend, if you're her friend, then why are you being competitive or intimidated by me?
And then people then too, they also like you said about the territory thing, like motherfuckers think that you probably was gonna start like running the crew or something like that. Like now everywhere they go, you gonna be there. Like people be thinking about that type of shit. Like it's, oh, she gonna be in our circle. She gonna start taking all the attention, the spotlight. Like little do you know, she don't even give a fuck about you or your spotlight. You
Or your crew.
Or your crew, and you will never see her here again. She will not lose sleep over you at all. She does not think about you. She don't even know your name. Okay, I had her describe the same people she done met 8 times before, they name and what they look like and who they dated, and give them a whole rundown because she's not thinking about you.
There's a lot of guys that's very respectful to lesbian relationships. This does not mean if I wanted to let him, that he wouldn't jump out them drawers so fast. When guys come up to me and Amber and see us, they always compliment both of us. They speak to both of us. When they buy me a drink, they know that my girl is there too, so they buy us a drink. And a lot of people go about their business because they see you're in a relationship. They can't shoot, they shot, but they still gonna leave you off with a drink. Nice meeting you ladies, boom. That's what I love. We just went out somewhere where Amber had to work for the ASAP Rocky thing. And before ASAP Rocky even came out, because we were all backstage, so before ASAP Rocky came out, there was a lot of artists from different places that were performing. And there was this one group of artists. Now every artist that was back there with us was very respectful of the fact that me and her are together. They didn't try to shoot their shot because they knew she's with her. Ever since me and Amber been in a relationship, no problems, right? So then these New York niggas come. They already coming in, they kind of being like, oh, we the shit. They got this, and I'm not gonna say it's a New York personality, it may be. I don't know if it is because I've never been in New York, but they just had this persona, like, it wasn't necessarily chill, just like, the dude sees that me and Amber's together and he proceeds to come over and still try to talk to me. I tell him I'm not interested, I don't want to talk, boo up to bam, and he still proceeds to talk. So Amber comes over and then she's like, you know, what'd you say, bro? Could you just like chill? And he had his shades on, his stomach all the way out here, and his white fucking tee with his fucking chains, just like a motherfucker. Huh?
First he smiled and said, what'd you say?
And then she was like, could you move back? And then I guess he shook his head like, no.
And that's when I started putting my hand on his stomach and shit, like, bro, you're way too fucking close, right?
So I'm telling Amber, like, you know, come around here, let me fucking handle it, because he's not gonna listen to you. He knows you exist. He don't give a fuck. That's why he came over here in the first place and even proceeded to talk to me. He wanna get you hyped. He wanna get you mad, okay? But one thing that's not about
that step.
Huh?
I hopped off that step though. I was like, wait, what's going on over here? Hold on, let me.
How do you feel when guys compliment me?
I think it's nice, but I'm just like, just don't push it. Don't push the envelope. Like, all right. You said a couple sentences, that's fine. You ain't gotta make like a round. I don't like when niggas make rounds and shit. They come back and just like broken record it, like same shit. Like, we just saw you. You just said that. Okay? Fuck.
Well, let me just tell you something. I don't give a fuck. What you're going to do, whether I'm with a guy, whether I'm with a woman, a white guy, a white girl, I don't care. You're gonna respect my shit. I know for sure that if it was a dude with me, if it was a man, he would have never did that. He would have never tested. I don't care if you get it. I don't care if you understand it. Respect my shit, right, babe?
Yep.
Okay?
Don't touch my bitch, bro.
Babe, can you stop saying bitch? You're gonna think that, like, you really call me bitches for real when we're like angry.
Hell no. Do not touch my beautiful queen.
Thank you. She calls me queen a lot, you guys. Don't let this ghetto
I had to say bitch to him because I had to let him know like I'm making a fucking point. You think he's gonna be like, oh, can you please not touch my beautiful lady? Thank you.
Tell somebody say you have a boyfriend, I'm like, no, I have a girlfriend. With a lot of people, do you think they belittle it or don't feel like it's as serious? So your relationship is not as mine because you're with a woman. Oh, I know it is, but.
Definitely.
And it's so crazy. And then that's why I get so upset when you do have like these little lesbian girls that's out here just looking crazy.
Fucking it up for us.
Fucking it up when then you have grown fucking women.
But then we can't look at it like that either too, cause but it's always the spotlight on shit that's different. Cause it's straight people out here acting fucking crazy. It's straight people out here leaving their fucking kids and shit. But all that shit, it's like shit we can't do. If we do it, it's gonna look crazy.
It's like, oh, I told you these gay people.
With black and white. That's the norm. A white straight person who fucking has a regular, who's in corporate, just works a regular job, like went to school, did this, like you just follow the path of America. If you outside of that, they always gonna question that shit.
We're not in here killing kids and sleeping on pallets on the floor. You know, like, I don't know. Like, we're not at Applebee's. Like, I don't know what people think, but it's...
What's wrong with Applebee's?
There's nothing wrong with Applebee's. I'm not saying that. I don't know, because people always think that, you know, the gay couples always at Applebee's.
Yeah.
Like, that's the starter gay couple kit. Or young kid kit, period. You go to Applebee's, shit. But, it's weird. Like, don't belittle my shit. Respect my shit. It is what it is.
Simple.
You
like,
grow up
really
and...
think like that? Like, that's so fucking simple to think like that. Cause it's like...
And then it's like, it's not even that fucking deep.
It's not that
People
deep.
like, oh, I don't understand that life. What life? Like, what do you think that we're doing that's so different outside of the surface of sex? Other than that, if that's what we just boiling the shit down to, like other than that,
it's fine.
what are we doing that's so different? We sleep the same way you go to sleep. We take shits, we piss, we argue, we talk, we laugh, we love, what life is it? But the key is to make sure you communicate. You know, what works for the person prior to you doesn't necessarily work for you. And I'm very big on communicating and knowing, you know? As soon as I feel it, I say it.
You say that shit nice as hell too. You be phrasing that shit like a question. I know it's supposed to cool down. This shit get real quiet. It be sunny, then it be cloudy.
What are you thinking? I don't want to go to
Thinking that I love you.
You love me? Love you guys oh so much. Until next time.